People have this, when I was talking about rose-colored glasses, like, oh, but the old CODs didn't have SBMM and they retained players great. It's like, first of all, I don't think anybody has the true retention data. Like, you don't know what the active player counts were on the old CODs. Like, I don't know that Activision even knows that. So if somebody has that data, like, I would love to see it.
Oh my God.
What's going on, folks? It's your host, Thy Slay Gaming, and we're going to be talking about the modern day Oppenheimer, folks. The man that brought skill-based matchmaking alive. What you see here, folks, hold up, give me a second. Let me put a red circle here because I guess some people forgot that older COD games used to tell you this. That is the player count. But I guess Charlie Olson did not know about that, and Charlie Olson said some things that I think we should dive into. If you want to see the whole podcast though, then links will be in the description because I'm going to be talking about some key points that he said that make me go around the world. So let's get into it. But first, folks, I actually need to mention this right now. We have 37 exclusive videos where you guys can actually become a member today for $4.99 a month, and you guys can actually get all this exclusive content along with many more benefits. Like, there's so much benefits. You guys need to become a member today. Come on down, become a member, get access to these exclusive videos, get access to exclusive live streams. Come on, folks, let's get it going.
Not, because when you're a juggernaut like COD, like if it's not broken, you don't fix it. Like, that's just the mantra. I mean, they're selling really well year after year. Retention is actually strong despite what people will have you believe from Steam numbers and despite what streamers would say. So I would be surprised if they did like a dramatic change in the matchmaker. I think they're like,
wow, that is crazy. So the data off the Steam charts must be wrong, I guess. But also at the same time, when you look around, Call of Duty YouTubers are going to other games because it's flat out not working. I do understand though how people keep buying Call of Duty, and in my nostalgia video, which you guys should go see, people are voting with their money and pretty much saying that the SBMM is good with their actions. So yes, if you're purchasing the next Call of Duty game, you're pretty much saying, hey man, the SBMM is actually working out. So I can kind of see where he's coming from with that. But also, if it isn't broken, don't fix it comment just irks me, oh my god. Because it kind of makes me think, what was wrong with the older CODs? Really, what was wrong with the older COD's matchmaking? Was it broken to the point that it needed to be fixed? Like, think of Black Ops 2 multiplayer. What was wrong with it? Like, I'm legitimately am confused. What was wrong with that time? In the Call of Duty's community's eyes, they looked at that as one of the prime Call of Duty games. So what was wrong with that?
is king, and that gets the highest weight. But like, 7 times whatever your ping score is, +6, +5, +4, like those other variables can override whatever the ping input is.
So the way he's talking makes it seems like he's not understanding maybe the term ping is king. I don't know, because when I hear ping is king, that means ping comes first and then others follow suit, like the skill level, the level of players and all. But to justify the skill-based matchmaking coming first is crazy. Because if I'm lagging in your game, of course I'm going to have a bad game and leave your game because the ping came in second or third, or hell, you never know, maybe even fourth. But hey, what's going on, folks? Hey, do you guys see what's going on here? Hey, I just want to mention real quick that I do have an online store where you guys can get some product. I hope you guys enjoy the merch, and there is some more stuff coming into the store that will make it 10 times better than other YouTubers, because I'm the greatest gamer, and I know what gamers want. So make sure to check it out. Links are in the description.
There's probably possibilities to improve the matchmaker to make it so that those weights are considered, like ping is really the most important, and then playlist, if you optimize that matchmaker.
So at least he acknowledged the issue, because it's very frustrating with me as mostly a zombies player who's not good at multiplayer. I'd be playing with my friends and they'll be having a good time and not me, because I simply enjoy zombies. It's weird how Call of Duty has not fixed that issue, because there will be more players still playing Call of Duty if we can simply play with our friends.
Unlike the current rank system, like
Oh,
partly because my feelings hurt, because I thought World War II, I thought we had a great system there, and Treyarch should have built on that, and instead they threw it out and made their own system from scratch. And I hate hidden MMR because it sets a limit, sets a cap on like where you're going to be. So this thing is going to learn your skill really quickly behind the scenes, and yet that's going to control where you can get to. Like, it's not even like you're not earning points anymore, you're just revealing your MMR. It's just fake.
So rank play is interesting, because I feel like that's where the SBMM should be at, and not in like casual games. But it's interesting how they set it up where behind the scenes they already know your skill level, but they still place you somewhere poorly because they want to make it into a journey, which is just stupid to me. And I also want to say, like, playing rank play is, I mean, man, you really are playing with a bunch of sweats, but also at the same time, you could be possibly playing with cheaters too. I know that's completely off topic since we're mostly talking about skill-based matchmaking, but man, they also just have not been fixing the cheater situation.
Preemptively address some of the common accusations against me, like, oh, you wrote the MMR system, or you wrote skill-based matchmaking, so of course you support it. But like, it doesn't matter if I port it or not. Like, would Activision keep a system in place that doesn't increase retention? Like, they can see, like, they A/B test this. Like, again, in the papers, like, they're not lying about the A/B test results. They're not like, oh, skill-based matchmaking drives away half of our players, let's keep it. Like, would a company that's as profit-driven as Activision, I mean, they're a business, but they're nefarious in the like streamer community or YouTube community of being just like a hardcore, I guess, ruthlessly profit. Would a company like that keep a system that was driving away half of their players?
I get what he's saying. They would have removed it by now if it was bad, right? I talked about it earlier. I mean, people are making it out worse than what YouTubers and streamers are saying, right? Because they still sell COD every year. And we as players know what to expect, but we still buy it. So like I said, we're kind of voting for SBMM to be in the game still with our wallets.
It isn't supported by data, but you do have to consider that maybe Activision isn't seeing what they can't measure. Like, so they can see the short-term retention, they can see even like the monthly retention and the revenue over the life cycle of the game, but are they doing damage to the brand long term? Like, are you burning out those players who otherwise would stick around long term and buy more titles? So there is a case that they are.
Wow, I'm glad this was brought up, because I do feel like this is damaging long-term fans. I mean, it did damage me to the point that I don't even want to try multiplayer, but also I don't even want to do zombies either and just simply drop the game altogether. I feel like the game doesn't really respect my time because of the battle pass or like FOMO events and pretty much everything. So for me, I feel like I would not be getting another COD game. I'd rather play other games that kind of respects my time. And the other thing too is that it's kind of simple. If the game isn't fun, then I'm just not going to play it. And I don't find Black Ops 6 fun. So when the game first released, a lot of people think that game was like amazing. It was like, oh my god, this was so good. I even seen Ackman's video talking about how great this is, right? How good of a game. But the problem is that no one's really factoring in the fact that that's kind of was like our honeymoon phase. That honeymoon phase lasts so long. Every time a new Call of Duty game comes out, we always think it's so good. We think it's like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Wow. But in reality though, when that phase ends up ending, it's like, okay, this is just really not that great of a game that I thought it was, And I think that's kind of what happened, because even I thought, oh wow, Black Ops 6 is actually super good. I think it's actually on top. Not really. Well, folks, that talks about the skill-based matchmaking, but there is another issue that you guys need to know. And it's a thing that I love talking about. It's the battle passes. Let's start with the Battle Pass. Remember when you could just unlock content by playing at your own pace? Those days are long gone. Now, we have a system built entirely around FOMO, fear of missing out. The moment a new season drops, the game bombards you with flashy new rewards. Weapon blueprints, operator skins, emblems, maybe calling cards. It all works, but here's the kicker. They're all locked behind a limited time grind. Now, it just makes me wonder, how come we can't just take some lessons from Halo Infinite? When you buy a season, you actually get to keep it until you complete it. Not only that, Black Ops 6 is a $70 game. Why do I have to feel pressure by actually A, spending more money on this battle pass, B, there's a time limit, C, how come you guys are actually nerfing the battle pass and actually giving us less experience on the battle pass? That makes no sense. I bought it. If you don't put in the hours, or worse, that you skip a season, you're out of luck. That cool skin that everyone's rocking, you can't get it. And let's be real, the grind isn't fun, it's tedious. But here's the sinister part. Even if you want to buy tiers to finish the battle pass, the prices are absurd. Activision knows they created a problem and they're not selling you to the solution. The entire system preys on our psychological need to not miss out. And here's the funny part. You guys remember Evolve, where people were actually getting mad at Evolve actually selling a skin that cost $5 or $2, I believe, and it was a blue skin gun? Well, man, things have changed because now we're getting skins that are like $20 or even $30. I had a friend who skipped a season. Guess what? He came back, saw everyone running around with glowing animated weapon blueprints, and he was out the door. The message is clear. Stay, grind, or get left behind. And that's so frustrating because you know what? I feel like they can actually keep more players if they actually was like, look, you can buy this battle pass at this time. Or like, I feel like there's so many things you could probably do because you spend already $70 on the game, and I know people are gonna say it's just cosmetics, but you know what, like if I put my money down for this cosmetics, I'm basically putting my money down to get a chance to get what I paid for. Stupid.
Responding to community and trying to address skill-based damage. This is not clickbait, this is not fake news. Call of Duty's official.
Skill-based matchmaking has always been a hot topic in the Call of Duty community. The premise sounds fair. Players should face opponents of similar skill, right? Wrong. In Black Ops 6, SBMM feels less like a tool for fairness and more like a tool for manipulation. Here's how it works. You start your session and maybe you're doing great in your first few games. You're hitting your shots, dominating the leaderboard, feeling unstoppable. Then bam, the next lobby feels like the Call of Duty League finals. You're going against players who move like their controllers are surgically attached to their hands. Why? Because the game isn't just matching skill, it's optimizing for engagement. The algorithm is designed to keep you in a constant loop of highs and lows. Too many wins, here's a match to humble you. Too many losses, here's a bot lobby to rebuild your confidence. It's not about fairness, it's about ensuring you don't leave the game. If you're always dominating, you might get bored. If you're always losing, you might quit. SBMM is trying to keep you on a treadmill of frustration and satisfaction, a carefully calculated emotional roller coaster. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room, skill-based damage. The theory is that the game adjusts the damage you deal and take based on your skill level or performance in a match. Sounds far-fetched, right? But let's look at the evidence. Have you ever landed a perfect headshot, clean aim, dead to rights, only for your opponent to tank the hit and kill you instead? Or fired the same weapon in another match and shredded someone in milliseconds? Players have been sharing clips online where damage inconsistencies are glaring. Of course, Activision denies it, but the lack of transparency doesn't help. The community is left speculating, and when you combine this with the SBMM and the lag issues, it's hard to not feel like the game is actively working against you. One time I hit a player point blank with a shotgun only for them to survive and delete me with a single pistol shot. I checked the replay. It didn't even register as armor damage. Coincidence? Maybe. I don't know, I don't play multiplayer very much. But how many coincidences can we take before it stops feeling like one? But now let's talk about the most frustrating issue. Packet burst lag. You're in the middle of a heated gunfight, milliseconds from a victory, and suddenly your screen stutters, your character freezes, your shots don't register, and when the dust settles, you're on the respawn. It's always at the worst possible time. Why does it never happen when you're running around the map or reloading? Why does it always seem to happen when you're 1 kill away from a streak or about to turn the tide of a match? Some players have started to wonder if this isn't just a server issue, but another layer of engagement manipulation. Imagine the game suddenly ensures you don't dominate too much by introducing lag at key moments. Sounds crazy, right? But it keeps happening. These issues aren't just minor annoyances, they fundamentally break the experience. The battle pass makes the game feel like a job. SBMM makes every match a roller coaster of frustration. Rumors of skill-based damage just ruins the trust in the mechanics, and packet burst lag feels like the cherry on the top of a manipulative sundae. The bigger question is, where does this leave us? As players, we're supposed to be enjoying ourselves, but instead we're questioning every mechanic. Is this fair? Is this intentional? And most importantly, is this fun? Call of Duty has always been about adrenaline, skill, and competition, but Black Ops 6 feels like it's shifted focus from creating a fun, engaging experience to squeezing every ounce of time, money, and patience out of its players. Whether it's transparency about mechanics, fairer matchmaking, or a less predatory battle pass system, we deserve a game that respects our time and skills. But what's your take on these issues? Have you experienced the FOMO grind, the SBMM manipulation, or those suspicious packet bursts? Let me know in the comments. Let's push for a Call of Duty that's fun for everyone again.